What's going on, Trojan fans? Blackie Chan here from the Light the Torch podcast, come to you with another live show, and we got our we got a small cast today, but it's still going to be a great show. So we have guns to my right, and that's all we got. So that's all we need, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's rumors going around that they don't want to come into the show tonight because they're getting ready for the new NCAA game. I could understand. They got to get in the lab, but we'll see.
I don't need any practice to smoke you guys.
Uh,
No. We'll definitely probably have a stream of us all playing each other, and then the new game that's coming up. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. So yeah. So how you doing over there in Arizona?
Good, man. Feels like a long week, but weekend was good. Super Bowl was a good game. Won some money, so that's obviously
Oh,
good.
you want some money?
Yeah, pretty much kind of came even technically, but I
Okay.
mean, yeah, it was good. The game went in overtime, which I bet on, and then
Oh, you bet on it
obviously,
going to overtime?
yeah.
Damn.
So yeah, obviously got lucky, but yeah, good
Yeah.
weekend.
Of course, Anthony and James. We got the chat too. That's all we need. We need the chat. So, but yeah, no. I was really excited for that game. Like everyone's giving Usher a lot of shit, but I liked his performance. I don't know about you guys, but I liked Usher's performance.
Yeah, I mean the song choices were good. I thought good memories from back in the day, when we were listening to him. So
Yeah.
definitely, it was good to bring Lil Jon, though. I'd say that if Lil Jon wasn't there, I can maybe understand more of others.
Yeah, being
people's
upset about
reasons.
it, especially if you're doing yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So
but and seeing Ludacris, that was a shock for me actually.
yeah, same. To be honest, I didn't expect him at all. So
And who else was there? Young Jeezy. Who was the guy? I think it was Young
that's a good
Jeezy.
question.
That
I know
he was
Alicia was there. Alicia was there. That was
Alicia
probably my
Keys.
best
Yeah,
part. Yeah,
definitely.
Alicia Keys
But the
was
guy who looked like CeeLo Green. If I
Oh
was
yeah,
that was
I
Young
don't think it
Jeezy.
was CeeLo, right? It wasn't.
Yeah, it
I
wasn't
kind of
CeeLo.
thought. Okay,
That
okay,
was Young Jeezy.
that's
But
funny.
oh hey, wish you were here. But yeah, if Swiss
Obviously.
Beats, if I was Swiss Beats, I would have mopped the stage with Usher. Yeah, so many people are clowning Swiss Beats for what Usher did. No, like hey, you gotta play up, you gotta play to the crowd, so you can't be mad at that. He's probably done that to some girls that he's collabed with too. So who knows? But yeah, like either way, we actually had Trojans winning on both teams because we had uh the running back
Wow,
he
I'm
was
drawing a blank too. It's
he
not
was
Ingram, right? We're talking about
oh
Ingram?
yeah, Keontae
Okay,
Ingram
okay,
was
okay,
on Kansas City's.
okay.
So either yeah, Keontae, yeah. Yeah, chop that up to another one that I forgot, but who cares?
It's
We
all
had we
good.
had a USC player, so we're still beating every other team overall.
Mm.
So, but yeah, so we have a lot to talk about, and we're going to get to the meat a little bit later. So we're going to talk about some of the stuff that was kind of announced just today, but we'll get to the meat later. But yeah, you ready to get onto this?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So it's back, guys. It's back. The new NCAA was just announced. We don't have a set date, but there's some rumors of that they may have put the date out there in the trailer. But are you excited for this?
Yeah, I've been waiting for this. I still have the game from the old days, but I sold my PS3, like a year ago. So I've regretted that decision ever since, because I can't play the game. So very excited. Yeah, we'll get a full reveal in May. I
Yep.
still think it's going to be like in early July. That's kind of what the rumor was a few weeks ago, and then they kind of walked back on that. But
Yeah.
uh, the video was pretty sick, and yeah, was I'm
It was
excited.
actually pretty USC forward too. There was a lot
Yeah,
of USC
mhm,
kind of clips in there, so I was actually pretty shocked about that.
yeah, same.
Did you see what Sua posted?
So
It
it
was
looks.
it was like a clip from the trailer, and it
Uh,
kind of has like a date in there or whatever that everyone's kind of hinting that it could be on.
oh,
Did you
okay.
see that?
I did
Let,
not know.
let me pull it up. Actually,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'll share it real quick. Where is it?
I remember him tweeting, but I don't think I like.
This is what Sua posted here from No
Oh
Context
yeah.
College Football 6/7/24.
Hmm.
Everyone thinks that it could be June 7th, 2024. That's
Dude,
that's what
I would love
that's what
that.
everyone's kind of doing a lot of conspiracy about. But hey, I
June. Let's see.
okay,
June
B Jones.
7th. June 7th is a Friday. I'm liking this conspiracy theory right here. I am on this train. Let's I like it.
I hope
Six,
it's
seven,
true.
24. Yeah, me
There's
too, to be honest.
they post they keep a lot of stuff in the trailer, so you never know what kind of stuff that's going to show up. So,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
this was like right towards the end of the trailer, so
Okay. I mean, that would that yeah.
yeah, a lot of
Hmm.
people talking about the theories about it. So yeah,
Yeah.
who knows? It definitely could be a thing. So I really hope, but B Jones, you gonna get smoked.
Yeah, basically, chat. We're definitely gonna be doing some streams within the
Yeah,
group. See who's the king of
yeah. Who
NCAA.
knows? Maybe we can get some of the chat in on this
Yeah,
if you guys want to get
exactly,
smoked. So
exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like Frankie's question real quick as well.
let's see. Besides SC, what other teams would you possibly make?
Hmm.
I don't know.
Good question.
That's a rough one actually, because in every NCAA game, I don't think I played any other team. So, uh, if I had to gun to my head,
Yeah.
had to pick,
Georgia Southern.
no, I ain't going to put that on the screen there, Raul. But
Too
I would
funny.
probably
Too
go with
funny. Family
I
favorite.
really don't know that. I might have to think about that for
Okay.
get back to that at the end of the stream. But yeah, that's a good one. We'll star that one for right now. We'll think about it. But yeah, let us know in the chat what you guys think.
Yeah.
What
I
you guys
mean,
play.
yeah. For me, I mean, honestly, kind of, I would say Florida. I think that would
Florida?
be it's. Yeah, I mean, I kind of was a team. They were pretty cool growing up. I'm not gonna lie, as well. Just kind of watching Urban Meyer with Percy, the Aaron Hernandez. Like, I don't know, something about that crew was pretty cool watching.
Yeah.
So, it was. I would say Florida, if you know.
Uh, honestly, like back in the day when Texas Tech was really good. I remember that Texas Tech game versus Texas where
hmm
I can't remember the wide receiver who won the Blitnikoff 2 years in a row.
Probably Crabtree, I believe. Right? You talking
Yeah,
about?
Michael Crabtree. And that one catch that he caught towards the goal line and he just kind of skipped in, that was pretty fire.
That was yeah.
That was
Crabtree,
when
yeah.
Texas Tech was actually good. That's when they had Mike
Leach,
Leach and
yeah,
everything.
yeah,
So
yeah. Believe our head coach is potentially on that staff.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
so. I think
Wait,
so.
what was Lincoln on that staff?
I believe so, or maybe player or something, or maybe just left. I know he was around Texas Tech, right
Yeah,
around that time.
and honestly, like back in the day when Chris Peterson was the coach for Boise State, I
Oh
love
yeah,
Boise State when
that's yeah that Statue of
when
Liberty play.
Statue of Liberty play against Oklahoma.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
guys had Adrian Peterson and all those good players, and you guys still couldn't beat
yeah.
Boise State.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, like there was like moments, there was teams that had great moments that I enjoyed.
Right.
So
Definitely,
it'll
definitely.
be interesting if they have like what kind of features do you think this game will have? Like, do you think they will have like uh
The evil twin. Wow.
this guy this guy has been plaguing me. Okay, he like every time I go live. He plays Dead by Daylight. I don't know if you've heard of
Okay.
that game, but
No, I have
every
not.
time
No.
he plays, people will
Mhm.
be in his stream and they would try to find him and they would find my stream and they're like, "Oh, that was a good game that we played." But
That's funny.
he's actually from LA, actually.
Nice. Shout
So
out.
I've actually talked with him a few times. So shout outs to
Cool.
you, Black Chan Gaming. So I'm the real Black Chan Gaming though. So, but
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
no. Do you think they'll allow us to play like old, like really good teams?
Uh, I wouldn't be surprised, like probably in play now. I heard it's going to be Dynasty Road to Glory. There's been this rumor of the Ultimate mode, or yeah, Ultimate Team mode. If you're
Get to pick
familiar with,
different players,
yeah, Madden and all that, how Madden does in all the other EA
bro.
games. So
I'd
that's
rebuild so many
probably where
USC
you,
games.
yeah, that's where you probably can kind of do that.
So if you could pick from all the like what quarterback would you pick out of all USC teams?
I mean, we gotta go Caleb, right? I mean, I'm sorry, dude, we gotta go Caleb. I mean, that would be fun to play with him in the video
Caleb
game.
or
Yeah,
honestly, like Mark had such if he maybe played for one more year,
right. He'd probably be
Mark
more of like
Sanchez
a
probably could
legend.
have probably brought us a natty, I think.
Yeah, I was actually kind of surprised he left, but I understand the reason as well.
Yeah. Pete Carroll was mad that he left too. But Carson, I mean, Carson would be I don't know. He'd probably be top 5 for me, but I don't think he'd be number 1 for me to pick. It would probably be Caleb.
Yeah.
It would be a toss up between Matt and Mark Sanchez or Matt Leinart.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But then I'd probably put Carson up there, then Barkley.
Yeah,
Barkley could have been really good if in the NFL if he didn't leave, if he would have left right after that. But I don't know. But I'm
yeah,
just really excited for it.
yeah. Definitely, very excited.
But yeah, what do you guys think in the chat? Raul said he said Fresno State. Like, would Derek Carr or David Carr? That's the question. Which Fresno State are you wanting to play with when they had with Derek Carr when they had
Monte Adams, right?
Devontae Adams? I mean, that wouldn't be a bad. We didn't play them when they had Devontae, did we?
I don't believe so,
I don't know
but
if we ever had a opening game against them when they had Devontae because we played Derek. I think we may have played Derek right before Devontae or right before because Devontae probably left his junior year and Derek was probably because I think we played Derek his senior year. No,
okay.
we played Derek twice, right? We played him in the bowl game and then the year after that, didn't we?
Yeah, that's be honest, I do not know for sure. I'm trying to see if I can Google it somehow.
It's been a while since we played Fresno, or actually no.
Yes,
Well, we played
kind
them.
of been like
Yeah.
consistently though. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gets some fuzzy.
Well, yep. Anything else you want to say about this new game? Anything that you would want them to bring to the game?
Hopefully they keep the mascot mode in. That was always cool.
Yeah.
You
I hope they do.
so,
I hope it's cross-platform.
yeah, I would assume so. Madden just became cross-platform actually with
Yeah.
so I would assume so. I mean that's would be a smart decision on there.
Yeah, because if they don't make it cross-platform, they're losing out a lot of
Right.
business.
I hope it's on PC too. That'd be cool.
PC, yeah. I'll probably
I know a
still
lot
get
of
it for my
people do that.
PS5. What do you have?
PS5, yeah, but I just
PS5.
know I know a lot of PC people out there, so that'd be cool.
I do play on PC as well for some games, but for the most part, if it's going to be this, I'll probably play PS5. I still need to get Madden on PS5. I haven't played Madden in a long time. Like,
yeah, it's fun, dude.
I don't know. I just kind of grew out of, or stopped playing that. But
Yeah, it's tough with the Ultimate Team and all that.
would the game help NIL issues? I don't know. That's going to be interesting if they actually factor in NIL into the game.
I heard, oh yeah, like just with like As if
like
someone gets more
as a
popular
feature.
within the game?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
like
Oh, feature, gotcha.
when you build your own recruit,
Right,
like
that'd be interesting, yeah.
if you're going to start having teams throwing out like NIL builds bids for you.
Yeah,
I wonder,
they've said, like, the portal will be more,
I wonder
uh,
how much like
improved,
if we have like the best player, I wonder what the highest NIL bid we'll get from Oregon.
$1,000,000 or something like that,
Probably.
probably more.
B Jones, what current player do you think will be the most fun to play with?
Hmm.
Caleb.
Well, currently, he's not really
Well, yeah, not
not
current
no.
player.
I think that's how I'm understanding the question.
So this is factoring not having Caleb. I'm assuming
Right, I
B
guess,
Jones. So
yeah, 'cause technically he's right. Yeah, I mean, ZB would be crazy, that's what Raul said, I mean,
who? Oh, Zachariah
Zachariah,
Branch.
yeah, that would be insane.
Yeah. Well,
Fun.
for
Be
the
like
most
Tyreek
part,
Hill.
I always played as running back. I've always played as a running back in the game, so I'd probably say Quentin Joyner would be pretty fun to play.
Yeah. Outside of SC, I'm trying to think.
Outside of
Um,
SC, oh, I really
hmm,
don't know. Like, there's really not like any like standout players that are going to be like Heisman hopefuls next year right now that I can think of right off the top of my head.
yeah, this might sound like a layup or whatnot, but I guess Carson Beck, I mean, he's probably the best
I,
one available there. I mean, can't
I
really
would
think
pick
of.
I would pick up I would pick Quinn Ewers over
Oh,
Carson
really?
Beck.
Really? Yeah, I'm a Beck fan over years.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like Ewers just doesn't got it. I don't know. He just doesn't have the it factor, in my opinion. Just I don't know.
I mean,
Somehow,
Zachariah Branch would probably be the best because you have punt return, kick return, receiving. So yeah,
yep.
he's definitely going to be probably the most well-rounded player at that point. Outside of SC,
Oh, Shador, yeah. I
Shador,
also forgot about Colorado,
Travis
honestly.
Hunter,
Yeah, Travis Hunter.
Travis
Yeah.
Hunter.
I honestly forgot about Colorado. I can't believe I didn't think of them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shador is good actually. I forgot about him because he plays for CU, so no one really remembers that. But uh, maybe like defensive side play as Bear Alexander, get those sacks.
Oh, that would be sick. Yeah. Definitely.
What else? Like let's see. Logan Dowell said, "Yep, you have to spend thousands of dollars if you want to be competitive in Ultimate Teams on Madden." I, I'm honestly, I'm not sure. I'm not so aware with that, so I
Yeah.
need to say that.
Yeah,
Talk into that.
I honestly don't recommend Ultimate Team. I recommend, like, franchise with your buddies and do trades and stuff like that within. Um, yeah, because the Ultimate Team, right? It's all about the money. It really is, unfortunately.
Interesting. Look at what Frank says. If you guys do a tourney, SC shouldn't be a team to pick. I mean,
Hey,
sure,
I'm down with
yes.
that. Yeah,
Hey,
I'm
yeah,
fine with that.
make you learn other teams.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
But see,
Who's gonna choose Oregon? Someone gonna choose them?
Raul, Raul has to pick Oregon.
Bijan seems like a guy that would pick them, just to try to get the win. I don't know. I
No,
feel like
now
that would
see,
be
no,
too
you know who B Jones is going to be picking?
much.
UCLA
Oh
because
wow,
he likes the Clippers.
wow, dude. I was comparing really Oregon. Remember Oregon Clippers? They're kind of the comparison, right?
I mean, yeah, but he also likes little bros too, so he likes being the little bro of
Uh,
everything.
too funny.
Since you're not here, B Jones, you can't really stick up for yourself right now. You're just in the
He'll get
chat.
us.
I know. I might regret that when he comes back. All right. All right, we're not getting to the meat and potatoes quite yet, so we're ready to move on to the
Almost
next
there.
one. All right, we're going to move on to spring announcements.
Yeah, so we got some spring announcements, guys. So March 19th, we start spring practice. So it's good to, hopefully we start hearing some things. Obviously, it's going to be close to general public as, kind of projecting what we thought of. March 20th, the day after the first day, is actually our pro day. So just kind of check that out as we get closer. Hopefully the weather is much better this year than last year. If you guys don't recall, it was raining all day, and it was they had to go inside basically. And then April 20th is our spring game. So right in the middle of the spring portal, which I think is actually a good thing. You can get some of these kids that are already in the portal to come on over, watch the spring game, and then come commit right after, in my opinion. So uh, good planning, and excited to see what we do in the spring. He said, "Whoa." See,
B Jones will be
see.
or. No, I'm really excited for this spring game. After this most recent press conference, it just really got it. I'm sure we can speak for every Trojan fan that everyone's excited for this. Everyone's excited just to see the spring game. Like, just seeing this is probably going to be the most excited for a spring game that I've been since probably Lincoln Riley got hired.
Yeah, there's definitely gonna be some buzz, I would assume. I mean, everyone's gonna want to see this defense, and I think I would assume people want to see this offense against this defense because
Yeah,
last time a Lynn defense went against this offense, we didn't really do that great. So I
that
would
is
assume
very
just from a
true.
competitive standpoint, Lincoln's gonna want his guys to probably do pretty good.
I hope this is going to be a uh, more realistic spring game rather than just kind of breaking up, kind of like a little bit more live of a practice. I hope this is actually like a spring game where we keep scoring everything.
Yeah, I mean that. I think the main reason for that was due to the old linemen. We just weren't that had that many bodies. I don't
Yeah,
think, if I
we still
recall.
don't.
I think we have more than last year, I would assume.
You think so?
I
Okay.
would yeah, I think that's a safe assumption right now. Probably could dig into it just to validate, but I would hope so. I think that's something we should see basically. So
Yeah. Final
hopefully.
or shout out to USCJ.
Yes.
Uh, check out his channel as well. He just had he just had a live just recently. So yeah, take a look at his channel. He's always posting daily content. But yeah, no. What are you so are you more excited for seeing the defense? Like, just I'm assuming everyone's just really excited just to see how this defense is. But like, what position are you more excited to see?
Within the defense?
Yes,
I mean, honestly, linebackers.
linebackers. Okay.
Every time I hear Entz talk, I don't know. I grow more fond of him. So
Yeah,
he knows ball. He talks ball. So I'm excited to see his group excel because that's definitely going to be key in this defense.
yeah, yeah. No. Everyone's going to want to say Coach Henney,
Right. Yeah.
and I get that. Like, that he's probably the hot commodity right now when it
Right.
comes to USC. But Doug Belk, like I'm actually pretty excited to see what he does with the secondary that we have right now. Like, I think that is our most promising group that we have that just didn't live up to what it should have been last year. And to see what he does with this defensive backs position, like, we have a lot that's coming back, and also that is coming from the transfer portal.
Yep.
So it's going to be interesting to see what he does with Christian Pierce, Zion Branch, and who else? We also have the transfers. I can't remember their names right now, but
Yeah, we got Kamari, and
Kamari, yeah,
then the corners we had John Humphrey and Nicholson from MSU, Mississippi
Nicholson,
State.
and
Yeah,
then Jalen Smith. He's
yeah,
probably going to
he's
be
returned.
our. I
Main
would
guy.
be surprised if he wasn't captain.
Oh yeah, I'd assume so. He's going to be captain, definitely. I mean, um,
Yeah, the
This
Arnold brothers.
Yep, there you go. Yeah, the Honor Bros. One of them's linebacker, safety. I mean, we're deep at safety. It's going to be really exciting to see the rotations there.
Yeah.
Um, and I expect probably more of the safeties, probably maybe playing nickel. We'll see, obviously, but I'm excited. Just very excited.
Yeah, and as far as we know right now, Taylor Mays is still on the staff. What do
Yeah,
you
yeah.
think?
No, that's
So
I
is
believe
he going to
that's
be?
confirmed.
Is he
Yeah, I
going to
think we're
go
good
back
with that.
to an analyst, or what is he?
Yeah, yeah. Back to his basically original, his original.
I hope they gave him a raise though.
Uh, I would hope so too, just to give him some
Some reason
assurance
to
and all
stay
that. Yeah, exactly. Um,
because what he did in the Holiday Bowl, I don't know what he did, but he did something really well.
yeah,
He probably showed him how to tackle. So
yeah.
yeah. Also with the spring game, because Lincoln Riley kind of confirmed it that it's still going to be a quarterback battle
Yes.
between Jaden Mayava and Miller Moss.
Yep. Yep.
So we're still going to have a battle. I know everyone wants Miller Moss to be the starter based off of the Holiday Bowl, but Jaden Mayava, he's still a capable. He definitely could win the job because he was a starting. He started as a true freshman, did really well as a true freshman for Nevada or UNLV.
Yep.
So there, it's not solidified that Miller Moss is going to be the starter. So what was your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, what I expected. Yeah, shouldn't be given, right? You should have competition in every
Earn it.
position, especially that, yeah, that QB position, and earn it. So, um, I love it, and excited to see who comes up out top. Expecting Miller Moss, but hey, if Jaden is the guy who comes up top, that just shows me he has a lot of potential and ceiling that Lincoln sees.
He's definitely the more athletic of the
Right.
quarterbacks, but Miller Moss is just he's been molded for the past
Yeah.
2 years by Lincoln Riley, so he definitely has the head start when it comes to the playbook. But
And he's won the locker room over, right? He's got
yeah,
the head
he's
start
definitely
there
won the
too.
locker room.
So that's the thing as well, right? Especially with the QB position, the locker room, you have to win the locker room.
Yeah,
Not just the position. Is how I look at it.
and he probably has a already good connection, like
Oh yeah.
because because Deuce Robinson, uh,
Yeah, him and Jacoby hang out a lot.
Jacoby
Deuce is playing
Lane,
baseball, but
and
yeah, I mean,
they probably had a little bit more chemistry, probably because they were second team. So they probably threw to each other a lot more than he did to the first team, like Brandon Rice and Taj Washington. So he probably has a little bit more chemistry with them already.
oh, for sure, after
So
practices and all that,
he
definitely.
definitely has that ahead of Jaden. But I honestly still think even if Miller Moss won the position, we'd still see Jaden in different packages,
I
like maybe
agree.
red zone, like running the ball.
I agree. I would hope we kind of see that. Um, just to give these defenses different looks, because there's some good defenses out in the Big Ten, right? They don't have great offenses, but they're known for their defense. So, you
Yeah,
know,
definitely. Do you think he still will go after a quarterback in the transfer portal?
like another one, yeah.
Because he kind of
Hmm.
alluded to that
Right,
in the press conference.
right. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, we only have 3 scholarship, I think 4 total. I think we only have like 1 walk on, I think. Um, so yeah, it wouldn't shock me to see another one. Probably more veteran, I would assume. That's probably what is he looking for, right? Is he looking for another young guy? Um, Probably be
No,
more ideal, actually. Probably more, I think, young maybe now. Just
you think
thinking of it.
so? A younger one?
I mean, Miller Moss got what, 2 years left technically. Jaden's got 3.
Like this is a good and bad
You got
situation when it
right,
comes
right. This is
to the
definitely a good
quarterbacks.
problem to have now. I mean, you got
Yeah,
Juju coming up, so
and we don't want to
yeah,
alienate Juju though,
right, yeah,
because a lot of people are praying to God that he decides to not go with USC and goes to Georgia. Like that's what everyone is saying that
yeah,
uh, that he's gonna decommit and go to Georgia. But like, really, what has Georgia put out there? But it's just the fact that they're Georgia and they're the pretty much a consistent powerhouse every year now.
right. You won't probably won't stay home, but from what it seems like, uh, every day goes by, I feel more comfortable that he's sticking with us. We still have a long way, obviously, until December, but I think he's just been taking his visits, seeing if anything is better than USC is how I'm looking at it, and so far nothing has been better than USC. So
Yeah, honestly, yeah, I would like what Logan just said here.
yeah,
Maybe
spot on.
a quarterback that's probably like on his fifth or sixth year that
Yeah.
probably hasn't really. He's probably had some chances, but just hasn't really gotten anywhere. Like he said, because that's what Lincoln Riley was. He was a
Yeah.
quarterback that Mike Leach was kind of honest with him. Just said, "Hey, you're not going to be a quarterback,
Right.
but what you do, what you are smart when it comes to being a quarterback, and you can teach, you can coach, and that's how we got Lincoln Riley here." So yeah, let's see, Devin Brown from OSU.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's still pretty young.
Yeah, he left us already, so I don't know if I want him back, to be honest. Personal
Yeah. Well,
thoughts,
like
but
who we had Clay Helton.
oh yeah, definitely. But
So we had Clay Helton. We would you have taken Tua back if he decided to come back or whatever? Not Tua, I mean Bryce Young. He left us, but we also had a
oh yeah, for
horrible
sure,
coach.
for sure, for sure, dude. I think we're in. I mean, maybe it's because we know what the outcome was, but
Yeah. I
yeah,
mean,
I'll take
we
that.
also had Quinn Ewers at one point, didn't we? Like he was supposed to commit to us at one
No, that
point.
was. I don't know. Maybe I'm not sure on that one exactly.
Okay.
I just know he was Ohio State. I know that, but then he went to Texas.
What were you saying? Oh heck yes to Sean.
Oh, the Bryce Young probably. I
Oh
assume.
yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, like yeah, save the date. It's funny that it's on 422.
yeah. That's yeah.
Was that really
Lincoln
this?
Lincoln wants his guys baked, I guess. So
What day is 420 on? Oh, it's a Saturday.
yeah, Saturday.
I
Normally
mean,
be
I
on Saturday.
guess. Sure. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Bryce Young and Tua, yeah. They had
into it.
that's a stacked room that they just had too.
Oh, quarterback Alabama's at the
Yeah.
time. Yeah,
And
yeah.
now
You got
and then they
two
went to,
Mac. Yeah.
and now they have whatever his name is.
No.
But I wonder if he'll transfer if he doesn't get the position, but
Milroy? Oh no, I think it's his position. I
you
don't think
think
any quarter. Yeah, I don't think like any major quarterback came in there.
well, there was rumors that Will Rogers was going to be there, but he actually he took his name out of the portal to go back
Yeah,
to
yeah. He
Washington.
stayed. Yeah, stayed with Washington. Yep. Yep.
All right,
Yeah.
so you want to move on to
Yeah.
what
Okay.
everyone's probably waiting for us to talk about?
Yeah. Let's do it.
All right, so USC just introduced its new defensive coaching staff. They didn't have Sean Nua there because she's not new, but everyone that was recently hired, except they didn't talk about they didn't show Skylar Jones, right?
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah. He's presumably going to be an analyst, I'm assuming, right?
I would assume so. He's more like an analyst role. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So USC introduced they started off with just Lincoln Riley with a 30-minute presser, and then they went on to what everyone has been wanting to hear from is Coach Danton Lynn. Like I think that's the actual pronunciation because that's what Eric Henderson said, and everyone has said is Danton Lynn. It's not
Danton.
D'Anton
Okay.
Lynn, it's Danton Lynn.
Danton.
I
Okay.
think so. I think that's
All
what I
right.
was hearing. But yeah,
All
they
right.
they had Danton Lynn show up first, then Coach Henny, and then after that was Matt Entz, and
Yep.
then Doug Belk.
Yep.
So, yep. So, initial thoughts. What were your initial thoughts throughout this whole thing?
Yeah, I mean, it was just cool to hear them talk, hear them speak, hear more about a little bit more of the background. Uh, just get you more jacked up, more excited. Like we were kind of talking about when we talked about the spring announcements.
Yep.
We're ready for it. We want to hear more stuff. We want to hear more recruiting, right? Um, the recruits are obviously noticing the new staff. They just gotta again keep that foot on the pedal and continue to build that relationship. Because you technically can say they're still behind the eight ball a little bit
Yep.
in terms of that. So
But yeah, before, come on. I'm just looking at our stream right now. We only have 7 likes. I know we have 13 people watching or 14. Just please get that likes up. Get the likes up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you're watching here, we can see who's watching and who's not subscribed. So don't be that guy. Be subscribed. So, but yeah, overall, like I was working while the stream was going on, and I can say I hope my job doesn't watch this, but I kind of had to stop watching or stop doing a little bit of work. I was working in the background, but it's just like hearing Coach Henny just talk, just kind of like mesmerized me. I just had to stop what I was doing and just listen because he commands that kind of attention. Like he speaks, you listen, and then Coach Lynn, he's kind of a short and sweet kind of guy. He's straight to the point. He's not going to babble on like some coaches like Grinch. So he's just straight to the point, no nonsense. Matt Entz was just he sounds like a head coach, which basically is. So Doug Belk, he has kind of this swagger to him that it's not like in your face, but he's confident. So I came out really happy. I know a lot of people are like they're happy about it. I saw some people were kind of a little negative about it. Like yeah, like Lincoln Riley hasn't had the greatest track record when it comes to hiring because he's only hired 2 defensive staffs, right? Did he hire Mike Stoops or did he just retain
he's
him?
a he retained him.
Okay, so and then the only
He's kind
real
of a
hire that he did was Grinch, right? When it came
Yeah,
to
you would say
coordinators.
Grinch. Yeah, you would say because people who came over was Odom, Roy came.
Yeah.
Technically, you could say he hired Nua, which I think is a good hire, even though I mean the system that he was in wasn't built for him. So,
Yeah.
but he has good history experience. I mean, you could make an argument. It's only been one bad hire. It's been Grinch.
Yeah. The fact that people are like harping on Lincoln Riley, like, oh, he doesn't know defense. Like he's only had to hire one defensive coordinator, and then the rest were assistants. Like he hasn't had to do that all as of late. So the fact that he and the ones that he did hire, I mean, Odin probably had a good track record, but Grinch just didn't have a good track record. I think he just had a good relationship with him, and that's why he decided to hire him. But
Right. Yeah. One of his
I don't.
mentors, Leach, probably gave a good word. I would assume back in the day. But I mean, the one thing I would say most about Riley's part is that you could tell he wants to be here. Like the question was asked, and you can really tell that he wants to win here, and he understands like winning here means
Yeah,
more than just winning at Oklahoma, for example. Right?
yeah,
Obviously, since he went there, like it means a lot to win at USC. So.
I was really happy to hear that too, because that's
Mhm.
what everyone's been saying is that when things get hard, he's going to bolt to
Right.
the NFL, and that definitely does the situation here. He definitely sounds like here for the long haul. He's here. He enjoys being a college coach. It sounds like.
Definitely. And I definitely agree with him. I believe there was a interview not too long ago where he said he would step down if he couldn't win here, or something like that. And I honestly I believe even more after hearing what he said today. So,
Yeah.
he's not gonna, I don't think, let the administration decide. He's gonna probably, I understand.
Yeah, and I think the like for last year was definitely an eye opener, and I think he's definitely was really embarrassed for what product he put out there last year.
I mean, yeah, I mean, to be honest, probably don't want to include the O line. No disrespect to them, but that was probably one of his best offenses, just from like skill position wise, QB
Yeah,
wise, right? So I can kind of understand where he was kind of going into that year. It's like, man, if I can just get this offense consistently, this can probably mask some things and have a shot.
yeah, like he's definitely like last year. I think needed to happen for him to get over the hump. It sucks that it happened, that we
Mhm.
had to endure that with the last year of Caleb Williams,
Right.
but in order for him to be successful, I think he really this was his rock bottom. I feel like, and he needed that to really see that this whole offensive mind that we're going to win with offense definitely kind of went out the window, and he's really like wanted to do a complete team rather than just a hyper offensive team.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's crazy. That is how the media works sometimes. But I mean, it's his first non-10 win season. I mean, it's pretty crazy. All of a sudden, some media outlets think that he's basically overrated now, right?
Yeah,
It's pretty crazy.
the fact that like they put what's his name Dan Lanning or whatever. Fucking late.
Yeah.
No, it's just like sorry, F bomb. But like everyone's list of like top head coaches, like top 10 head coaches, Lincoln Riley's not even on there. The fact that he's been a head coach for what 7 years, 8 years now,
I think seven. I think
and
seven.
this is
Yeah.
his um first he would probably consider it a losing season.
Right.
The fact that this is his first losing season and people automatically just want to drop off this and say he's a fraud. We're looking at you, whatever from SEC. It's just mind boggling that that's really what people really want us to lose, no matter what. We could like last year or the year before that, people really wanted us to lose. This year, they really want us to lose. No matter how bad we are, they still want us to lose.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it comes with it, as being one of the the best.
Blue bloods,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. Um, what was it? Chrissy T. Actually, I think Chris Trevino follows me on Twitter. I can't verify he does. Actually, he doesn't. I don't think he does follow me, but he was talking about in their Parasol today about there's people like on Twitter who have been saying that the talking heads or the analysts are not talking about USC and the hires. I was like, literally, I posted in there. I was like, are you following me on Twitter? Because that's all I've been talking about is that no one's been talking about the hires
Right.
that we've been making. So he either
Yeah.
he has to be following me or just like turn
Oh,
on my.
yeah, he's probably seeing a lot of people. I mean, we're all definitely speaking the same language and whatnot.
Yeah,
Um, but to be honest, I mean, to a degree, I can understand their reasons. And some media outlets, like, they just probably are to the point where they want to see it from the defensive standpoint, right? Um, I
but
think they still should speak on the hires, but they're
yeah,
probably like, okay, hey, let's just see it now, that type of thing. Like,
but how are you going to talk up
right.
UCLA's hire? Like he's never
Yeah.
been a head coach. Like
Yeah.
I know a lot of people like Deshaun Foster. Like he was a
Mhm.
great running back at UCLA. Like they'll talk about him, who's never been a head coach. He was just a running backs coach for the Raiders and for UCLA, and then South Washington hiring South Alabama's head coach as the offensive coordinator. Like, where's the excitement in that? We hired a former head coach for North Dakota State who is consistently always in their national title for them. We hired Deanton Lynn, who was who probably could have taken over the position as the head coach for UCLA if he would have stayed when Chip Kelly decided to leave. He probably could have taken over that position. Doug Belk, who was being courted by Georgia, he even mentioned that in his press conference. He's like, "Yeah, there's other teams that may have reached out to me or whatever, but I wanted to take my own road or something like that." I can't recall what he said in that situation, but he wanted to do his own thing and not go to a powerhouse like that, like a consistent powerhouse like Georgia or whatever. He wanted to come to USC for that. So I don't know. I'm always going to be forever upset about that, and always upset with the talking heads that I thought would have had our backs, but just didn't. So
sorry, they'll be jumping on that bandwagon so quick. It's gonna be we're all gonna be sitting back just eating the popcorn.
oh no, I'll be ready to kick them off though. I'll kick them off.
Right.
I'll Spartan kick them off the bandwagon. They ain't welcome.
But so we talked about Riley a little bit. What else what did you like about Lynn's press conference?
Lynn, he was just short and sweet, but very methodical about what he's talking about. I liked that he talked about his who influenced him. Rex Ryan. Who was the other head coach that he talked about, or the other defensive minded player or coach? I can't recall, but he basically said that
maybe Gus Bradley.
Gus Bradley, yeah, there you go,
Okay,
Gus Bradley,
okay.
and he says that we're going to see a lot of the Ravens kind of esque style defense,
right?
Which we all know that they were probably one of the best defenses this year. Don't know it. I know they cracked under Patrick Mahomes, but everyone cracks under Patrick Mahomes, so it's kind of not fair to critique them on that. But no, I definitely liked that, and he talked about kind of. I'm pretty sure he talked about being reevaluating their practice style.
Yep.
So that's definitely what everyone wants to hear. That hopefully they really just start to be more physical in practice. So I definitely did like what he said. He didn't speak loud, but you can definitely hear that he's going to change the culture.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I thought that was a big piece. The culture, you could tell. Yeah, you could easily tell just in general from the staff. They're not going to just let Lincoln like just do what he was doing before, right? And doing, let's say, 7-on-7s. Let's say if he was really doing that, right? They're going to tell him, hey, we need to tackle. We need to do this. We need to do that, right? So they're going to come to some agreement, obviously. One thing I liked was that he takes things very, very, very slow, which I think which is easier for the players. And I think that was the big issue, I think, with Grinch. I would assume Grinch threw everything, the kitchen sink at them the first day of, spring practice or fall camp, and everyone was like, yo, what the fuck, basically, like, I'm so confused, the slower you can go, it's easier for them. They understand. Even he said, like, yes, the UCLA players were getting annoyed. Like, hey, can we go a little faster? Which is, I think, a good thing. They understand already. Hey, coach, we get it. Let's move on, right? So, yeah, I'm very, very excited to see him coach this defense.
I'm trying to find something that on Twitter, like some quotes here, but we'll probably talk about that for Matt Entz. There was something that he said that just definitely kind of stuck out. But yeah, like he's definitely like every coach that we have right now definitely has the ability to be a head coach somewhere. Uh, and
Yeah,
it's definitely I really hope we can keep this group together for at least 2 to 3 years. It's going to be
yeah. Give
rough
me two.
if we have a like really early success,
Right,
but well, I definitely think that like this, I know we give Oregon a lot of shit for being a stepping stone,
right,
like, but honestly, I think that's kind of will be good for us if like that's what this place should be. Your aspirations should really be to be a head coach, and
right,
if they are being picked up to be a head coach at another team, that just shows that they are doing a good job at their position to be in that kind of situation to be getting interviewed for being a head coach. So that means that they're being successful at where they're at, which would be USC. So if we have that success and they get hired as a head coach somewhere else, that's good because that's what Nick Saban pretty much did with all of his coordinators. He wanted them to be successful to get other jobs as head coach.
right,
So
right. I mean, and I would say the key to those situations, like in Alabama and all that, is they've set a foundation, right? And I think that's what we're doing right now. We're setting that defensive foundation where, let's say Lynn leaves, right? You
yeah,
have Entz and Belk and even Henderson, Coach Henny, right? They can
yeah,
step up to be the defensive coordinator. Let's say Coach Henny leaves. You have Coach Jones, right? The guy who's been his buddy. He was already out of college at Oregon, so he understands college already. He could get promoted. So I mean,
yep,
like, we're already having the foundations in place, which is good for if that happens. Because yeah, this group is not going to be here for 3 years or more. I hope so. Give me
yeah,
two at least, and then we'll go from there and hope for the best. But
yep. All right. Let's move on to. I guess we'll move on to Coach Henny.
yeah,
What
so
was your thoughts about his interview?
yeah, definitely tell he's from Louisiana and Southern Man. Obviously, he's got confidence to him. You could definitely tell that. And just every time I hear his backstory, man, how he grew up, his
Yeah,
family, basically passing away. Everyone that was the head of the table, basically.
yeah,
Um, so he grew up very quickly. Looked over his siblings at a young age, and um, been through life, so he's gonna relate to a lot of these kids, um, and just be real with them. So I if I'm a recruit, it'd be very hard to say no to him. Let's just say
yeah,
that because
yeah,
he is as real as it comes. Um, you know, who's better than somebody who's coached Aaron Donald? So
yeah. And Joey Bosa
yeah,
and Melvin Ingram and the defensive lineman that almost won
Kobe
uh
Turner. Yep.
Kobe Turner. Yeah. So
Yeah, Brian Young as well was another lineman that he coached. So
yeah. So like Coach Henny, like his backstory was no dad in his life at all, and his mother passed away when she was 9, or when he was 9, and then he was pretty much raised by his grandmother
yep,
until his senior year of high school, and she passed
no,
away in his
no,
senior year, and um, then pretty much his aunt also took over after that, and then
no.
she passes away,
Freshman year, yeah,
and
college,
then he was at Georgia Tech.
yeah,
He said he was worrying about his little brother and little sister, so he actually moved his little brother out to Atlanta
mm-hmm.
to so he could watch over him because he didn't like the crowd that he was hanging out with. So this man has gone through so much adversity in
Yep,
his life growing up, and he still turned out to be the type of person he is today. Like he's like when he's done with coaching or whichever,
right.
he could be doing TED talks. Like
Oh
this
yeah,
man,
for sure.
like the when he speaks, you listen just like everyone else. But this man, like I was getting so hyped just by when he was talking. I wanted to run through a brick wall through it for him. Like just like I had so much energy when I was at the gym.
Yeah.
Just like honestly, I could probably put his speeches on while I'm at the
Oh
gym,
yeah.
and I'd probably work out 10 times harder. I probably
Oh,
should do that.
for sure. That would definitely get you motivated more.
I'll I'll definitely listen to his stuff when I'm working on my 40.
Right. Definitely. Hey, that's a good one. That's
That'll
a
get
good
me
one.
running faster.
Hey, he'll get you pumped up, ready, man,
Yeah,
for real. But yeah, I mean, speaking to that adversity piece again, I mean, when we're, let's say, down 7 points, right, and we need or whatever the case may be, right, and we he's gonna tell these guys, hey guys, this is nothing. This is nothing, basically.
yeah,
So it's gonna be great.
yeah. Like and I love the fact that whenever someone would ask a question, he would ask for their name. He would
Yes.
get personable with them. Like, okay, what's
Yes.
your name? Eric, Scott. Okay, cool, great,
Yes.
nice to meet you, Scott, or whatever. Like he
Hmm.
just he just has something about him that just makes you want to be better, be a better person for him. Like, what was it? Um, what was he talking about? Dang it, I just had what he was saying, but like he just is any parent that has him come into their house, they should feel 100% confident that he's not going to let them go off on a bad
Right.
path. Like
Exactly.
parents should be so comfortable with this guy just leaving their kids in his care that like you should not be worried about what they do like outside of college. He's going to get them ready.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, even him, Coach New, and it's Coach Jones, right? The analyst, right?
Yeah, Skylar
Okay,
Jones.
okay, make sure. Yeah, I mean that's a pretty crazy trio, and then you add in actually our other pass rushing specialist. I forgot his name. He's from Georgia as well. He came from North Carolina this past year. It's Coach Raw
Uh,
or something like that. I forgot or Bar or something like that. Brendan, I think his name is. But anyway, I mean, we got the D line so improved since obviously last year, or even before even Lincoln came in. I mean, we haven't had a D line coach lineup like this in a minute. So
yeah, it's been a while. Let me see. I'm looking at the 2023 coaching staff. Uh, because it still shows Cliff Kingsbury on our thing, but it doesn't show. Uh, what's his name? It doesn't show it right now, but
Yeah, he doesn't. I think his name's Brendan, but he's just defensive analyst.
he may have left or something. I
I
don't
think he's
know.
still. I think he's still with us because he went out recruiting.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, when Coach Henny, they sent him out for Coach Henny for a little bit.
Okay.
I believe he's still with us. I assume so, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll
Maybe
find out.
maybe they don't show graduate assistants or something on there.
Right.
But yeah, no. Yeah. Honestly, like I think I was in the chat for USC's stream, and I was like, bring Henny back. Don't like I just want to keep listening to him talk. Like I don't know, but what do y'all think about? Let's see if anyone's talking about this here. Coach Lynn complimented the D line depth at the beginning of his talk, and I'm like, what depth? I mean, he's not going
Yeah, I
to
mean,
really say anything negative, I would think, but
yeah, he's probably looking at it from a in total as well. He's probably not just looking at interior, I'd assume. Um, I mean, we do have some versatile guys in there. I mean, you can see that Nate Clifton. You can go inside, outside. Um, Bear, obviously. Um,
Isaiah
it's just
right
the
now.
interior. I think is probably the concern. They probably have confidence on Carlin Jones and maybe Jide as well, the Minnesota kid.
Oh yeah, Jide Abisari.
Yeah, but I do think we're still 1 to 2, at least interior D linemen. Um, ho- that's gonna be key for Logan. Yeah, what Logan said. If Anthony Lucas can shine, I mean, this defense can be pretty crazy. That D line can be pretty crazy.
Yeah, we have so much athleticism on the D line. Like we just need the right coaching staff to be able to bring that out of them. And Lynn and Henny and Sean Nua, I think they have what it takes to bring that out of them. And the fact that with the rumors of Alex Grinch playing favorites, that's all going to be out the door.
Oh yeah,
We're going to
definitely.
be
Yeah.
putting out the best of like if you're not the best, you're not going to be playing. Like you have to like we have to put the best players out there.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell, especially from what Len and Coach Henny said, they didn't really speak on many players. They wanted to wait until after spring. So like to your point, right there, they're not already looking into like just the roster on paper and like okay, hey, they're starting to have like quote unquote favorites, right?
Yeah.
They want to see what the players look like and then boom, go from there.
Yeah.
Um,
I also liked that Henny was like, I don't like to talk about myself, just look at what I've done.
yeah,
He's about what he's done. Not just
yeah,
he's not there to boast himself up.
right,
He,
yeah, and oh, you can say something.
oh no,
Sorry.
no, I wasn't supposed to say
Oh
anything.
no, I was gonna say lastly on Anthony Lucas. I would like to see him, have a huge step up. If he can somehow be the kind of the lot two of this defense, dude, that'd be pretty crazy.
He definitely has the same build as
He
Liao
kind of
too.
does. He really does. And then just let Rakes and Bear and then everyone else do their own thing. That's be
I
pretty
really
wild.
wish that Romello and Corey would have stayed.
Yeah, yeah. It does seem like the Romello move was based on the staff. Though I have a feeling it, especially when Roy left. Seems like he's
Okay.
probably close with Roy, and then probably as well. Probably the other staff was like,
Same with Corey.
yeah, probably too. Yeah, Corey was just gonna be gone. Yeah, I think.
Yeah. All right. Enough about Henny. I know we can keep talking about him, but we have other coaches that were actually really impressive in their debut. So, Matt Ends, thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I like this guy. Um, this might be a stretch, but if he were to somehow become a head coach of the USC, I'd be on board with it. I don't know,
Yeah.
just something about this guy. He's knowledgeable. He knows the game. You could tell he was a head coach.
Yep.
Um, and kind of going back to just the general of the coaches, but especially him, you can tell they believe in Lincoln, right? Especially for Entz, right? He was a head coach. Why would he want to leave? It's not just because of himself going to FBS. It's he believes in Lincoln. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what he can do with this linebacker room.
Yeah. No. He kind of joked about how people were kind of trying to connect the dots between him and Lincoln Riley. Like, why did he decide to choose USC? And he was like, well, I have a friend of a friend or whatever that knows Lincoln Riley and or whatever, and he's like, how could you not pick USC? Like, he definitely was speaking USC up, and didn't he say that he was trying to be a FBS coach, but he didn't have the what's it called, the resume for it or whatever. That he's
Yeah,
never
they
done it.
Yeah, they've always said that, recruiting at the FBS level is different. That they've kind of said that with NIL as well,
Yeah,
from what he's said. But yeah, he didn't expect USC to reach out at all. He had some other people calling him and was considering those. It sounded like.
yeah. And then
But
USC
yeah,
just
yeah, it
kind of
came out.
changed all the plans there.
Yeah, so and it speaks to like the value of USC, the brand of
Facts,
USC, just
facts.
just everything. So and just
People. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
oh, sorry, I was going back to Logan real quick. I don't think it was what we were saying, Logan, about the next lot two. We were actually saying Anthony Lucas if he were to be one, but if Shelby, I like Shelby as well. You know,
We have a lot
Shelby's
of people that could be.
a good option, Logan, as well as potentially the next Latu. So
Yeah.
I like that.
No, like what you said, I like the fact that when USC came calling, it kind of changed a lot of plans. So
Hmm.
people have been saying that USC is not like a destination for coaches anymore or whatever. But no, it definitely, we still have a lot of sway in coaching staffs and all that stuff. And um, he definitely, like what you said, uh, if Lincoln Riley were to decide to move on to the NFL, like Matt Entz, he had a winning record at North Dakota State. He won 2 national titles. He knows what it takes to win, and he's a defensive-minded coach. A lot of
Yeah.
people before Lincoln Riley wanted a defensive-minded head coach, and to be able to have a former head coach who is huge on defense in Matt Entz on the coaching staff is definitely a huge plus. It's good for all of our coaches. Like they could come to him if they have any questions. Like definitely Coach Lynn. He's still relatively fresh when it comes to being a defensive coordinator, and has been a coordinator before, so he knows what uh, how to call those plays or whichever. Which I'm kind of surprised he wasn't the co-defensive coordinator in a sense to help him out, but either way, he did talk about like wanted to get the basics down, which we all know what the basics are: tackling. So, and going back to a little bit with Coach Lynn, he said that his style is going to be over communication, just like it's going to be obnoxiously communication or whatever. So we're not going to be seeing people go, what am I doing? What am I doing? They're going to know what they're going to be doing. And so I love that. The fact that we're getting back to the fundamentals, which is something that like even even Alex Grinch really didn't ever talk about fundamentals or whatever. He just babbled about stupid shit. But
Yeah.
talking about the fundamentals is what we need.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's big on technique, you know, the basics. And honestly, I understand why the reason, you know, for people thinking why he wasn't the co-DC. I actually prefer him to be the associate head coach or whatever, or head coach of defense, something like that, whatever the title was.
Whatever title they made up.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Because I think Lincoln can lean on him, you know, especially from just game management, you know, side of being a head coach. You know, he's
Fair enough.
so yeah, I think Entz is going to be a big key just in general to our teams.
I know I'm pretty sure Logan said this in USCJ's podcast, but honestly, I think Tackett could have easily benefited from uh from Matt Ends, but Logan said that he's married to Alex Grinch, so
Yeah, I mean it makes sense that they're married together. Because yeah, he would definitely be hugely improved player this year.
he could have easily benefited from this, and the a lot of people are saying that he just doesn't want to compete or whatever, in which he definitely would have had to compete with Arnold, Rajon, Gentry, Cobb.
Hmm.
So he definitely had a lot to have to overcome when it comes to this, but he has a full year of basically starting, so he's used to the speed of the game now, or he should be. So he definitely would have and he I'm assuming he's still going to be. I'm not saying he's going to be the same player he was last year, but going back to the basics is what I think that Tackett needed to get to. Is going back to the basics. He has the instincts, I would say, for it, but he needs to focus on more wrapping up, breaking down his hips, squaring up the running back or wide receiver or tight end. He just needs to get to the basics, and that's what would have made him a better player this year. Is the basics.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He
Yeah,
has all the athleticism to do it.
yeah, definitely.
Anthony says, "I like Rajon at Sam." Sam or Will. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna.
Yeah,
I don't think he should be middle. I definitely see
not Mike. No.
Gentry or Cobb at middle.
Yep, I would say Cobb, or I mean, you can put Rajon at Mike. I'm okay with him at Mike. I actually would like Gentry at Sam. If we had to be honest, especially if
Rajon
he
should
can
be
serve
at
the
Will
220.
because he
Yeah,
would
you
be
can
good
switch them
coming off
both.
the edge.
Hmm.
So yeah, no, but then we have Arnold too, which he definitely throws a wrench in that too.
Yeah,
But
I think Easton's more of a Will. I could be wrong, but
okay, yeah, no, Matt Entz was pretty much the only one that really talked about other players on the team, current players. Like he did talk about Gentry getting him to
yeah,
220.
yeah, him and Belk too. Yeah, there wasn't.
Oh yeah, Belk did talk about Kamari,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, he talked about a few. Talked about Jalen Smith. Talked
Oh yeah,
about
he
our
did talk about Jalen.
our, our good friend Bryson Shaw.
Did he
So
talk
yeah,
about Shaw? I
he,
did not hear
he
that.
did. He said that Jalen Smith and Bryson Shaw should be our leaders. So at least in just vocally, in terms of the room, that's all he was really saying.
If anything,
Don't read into it too much.
if anything, Gentry should be could be a what is it called, a
Captain, is that what you're saying?
captain, because
Oh,
he, like, the way that he did his first year at USC, I was like, this man is definitely a captain next year. And the fact that he wasn't, I well, it was a player led vote for that one, so it's
yeah.
definitely should be interesting. But I think Gentry's going to thrive under Matt Entz.
A lot of these linebackers are.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the last one. Last but not least, Doug Belk. Thoughts?
Yeah, quiet, but got a swagger to him. Not not the fiery guy. He's big about relationships. It sounds like
Yeah.
Lynn credited him a lot about how the players he coached in the past, about their development, about their mindset, about how when they went to the NFL, he felt like his players were ready than other coaches' players. So I think that's a great thing to know. I think that's just the big thing is development. That's what we've been lacking. The recruiting will come, especially the Cali kids, right? We have a lot of DBs out in the Cali area. He's
Yes.
known for Texas as well. He's from Georgia, right? He's got some good connects, as all these staff. So uh, excited what he can do.
Yep. Definitely excited to see how he handles Jalen, who was pretty much probably our defensive MVP this year. Overall, he just kind of held it down. Having him with Jalen, Christian Pierce, uh, didn't also Kamari is going to be the safety as well. Like he's going to really benefit from Doug. So and then we also have a lot of we do have some safeties coming in uh, from high school. So
Yeah, we got
I
two
don't know.
safeties, high school, Jarvis and
It's definitely
Marcus.
going to be interesting though. Doug, he's definitely a quiet guy, but he was. I liked what he said about wanted to do his own path, not follow what everyone was kind of thinking he would do. But he did touch about being on the being with Nick Saban,
Hmm.
being taught under him. So he definitely has a lot of he's been mentored by some of the great defensive minded coaches, especially Nick Saban, Kirby Smart. He did mention Kirby as well. So I don't know. Like this team, this defensive staff, like I said that this was like the Monstars uh from Space Jams.
Right, right.
Like this is going to be an insane coaching staff. And Lincoln Riley said that he thinks he has the best defensive staff, not just college. He actually said just defensive staff in general. So that's that's pretty bold to say.
Nice. Yeah, there's some nice ones in the NFL.
Yeah,
Some good
which
ones
I'm
in the college as well. But
which I was pretty shocked about what
right.
Kyle Kyle Shanahan did just recently, but
Yeah, it just sounded like they just were never, really on the same page.
yeah, but that defense was stout.
Oh yeah, definitely was stacked, right? I mean, they did great too, but there was this one point I remember back in the Super Bowl where like he saw what the defense was lined up and he called the timeout. Like he did not like what he saw at all. So I guess
Oh
they just have differences, and some opinions, and so
yeah,
yeah.
for that
But it was a quick hook, right? I mean, you just lost less than 2 days ago.
yeah. Frankie said Doug Belk is low key. I feel
Oh,
he will not have our secondary lost. Yeah, would have liked to see Domani learn from him. Yeah, definitely would have been really good to see him learn from them.
yeah.
The
It's all
staff
good though.
definitely
We
has them
got the
trained up.
Carlos, man. The
Yeah,
Carlos is gonna be a stud, I think. I'm very excited about
I
him.
still need
He's
to look up some
Yeah,
clips from him.
check him out. Yeah. Somebody who actually was talking about him, I forgot who it was, so apologies if you're still listening to us. But he tackles very well. He's about 6'3", 6'2", maybe. And some teams were kind of scared to throw to him in the SEC. So I think that shows a lot of what he's got.
Yeah. So let me see if I can see who was talking about him. JT. I've been watching a lot of
You
Nicholson tape. He can tackle very good and is lengthy. LSU and Ole Miss rarely threw to his side.
Yep, yep. Yeah,
And
shout
then
out to JT right there, man.
so Frankie asked this a while ago. I
Oh,
started here. Difficult question. Which coach impressed you the most?
yeah, I'd say Entz. I think we talked about this before we got live. Yeah, I mean, just every time Entz talks, man, he's just
Yeah, I think we did talk about that. Yeah, actually.
yeah, yeah.
No. Yeah, and it's like I was really impressed with all of them, but um I mean I did say Doug
Can't go
Belk,
wrong.
but you
Yeah.
can't go wrong with either one of them. Any of the coaching staff, even Lincoln Riley, I was impressed with how he handled how he's been handling himself this offseason. Like with when he was on the Pat McAfee show, he handled himself really well on that. So I'm really happy with all of our coaches right now with how they've handled themselves in the media.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I also I've watched some Woody Jaquarius. Is that Jaquarius? Yeah,
Yep. Yep. Woody
I've watched
Marks.
some
Yeah.
of his stuff as well. So I'll definitely need to look at more of them. But yeah, either way, if you weren't impressed with any of them, then I don't know what you were watching. But
Right.
definitely everyone was very impressive. They handled themselves really well. They answered all the questions professionally, and there was some coach speak, of course, but you can definitely feel their passion and they're happy to be at USC.
Yes.
Do you guys have anything in the chat that you guys want to talk about? Any questions? Like, I don't know what else has happened. Little bro's been crumbling as we speak. Who else? Let's see. I don't know. Like, what else has been going on in this off season? Uh, women's basketball is still crushing it. Water
Yeah.
polo's good.
Baseball starts tomorrow,
Oh
guys.
yeah.
College baseball. I'm actually gonna go check them out this weekend. They're here in Arizona, so I'm
Oh,
excited
are
about
they?
that. Yeah, so I'm very excited about that.
You'll get to see Deuce.
Yeah, get to see the crew, Austin. But yeah, we should expect to make the regionals. We'll see, obviously, but that's the expectation right now.
All
We
right.
have a good pitching rotation, good, just solid roster on that side, and then we got this kid from UConn. If he can put it together, it sounds like he's gonna be dropping some bombs. So that's a good thing.
Honestly, I've kept
That's
up
all
with
good.
some of it. I've never really been a huge baseball kind of fan. Like I'll go to a game every once in a while, but uh, I'm a huge Rockies fan,
Yeah.
so they've been garbage for the past
Right.
few
Right.
years. But
Good stadium, but I get it. The new rules do just in general for MLB. I mean, it does make the games more enjoyable. I feel like, and even
okay,
like when you're there now, at times, just because based on the past, you feel like, man, this was so quick. Like why aren't we staying longer? Because of the time and all that. So
yeah, but yeah, JT said
anyways,
rip our boys team. Shout
yeah.
out Juju and the girls though. Yeah, honestly, like Caitlin Clark is getting so much attention, but Juju
Which is
definitely needs some of that attention. Which
right.
she's done her
Right,
thing.
she
She just
broke a
broke the
record. Yeah,
record. Yeah,
totally get it. But yeah, I
I
agree.
get it.
I think she's getting some you know awards and whatnot recognition. She was on the Slam magazine. If you didn't know that, so
Yeah, I
that was
saw
pretty
that.
cool to see. But yeah, this the men's basketball team, man. I
How many
think
points? How
I
many
don't know. I
points did
think
she just have just recently? A 51 pointer.
she had the 51 against Stanford, but I think she had 30 not too long ago again.
Yeah, she had her
Um,
ninth 30-point game.
Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, but I think Mama Jen though needs to tell Andy to get going. I think it's time, guys. I think it's
But
time
do
we
you think
just
we would lose
crash.
Bronny and all them?
Well, I mean, I think most of them are 1 years, right? Isaiah's is going to be a 1 year. Boogie's going to be gone. You can make an argument. Bronny probably wants to leave as soon as possible. So, um,
But
it would just hurt
let's
the
see.
future class, right?
Yeah,
See who's going to be coming in.
you think
Um,
Bronny's actually going to be one and done?
wouldn't shock me. The kid is athletic on the defensive end. He still needs to be a little bit more consistent on the offensive side, but he's got a good
Yeah.
shot. Um, he's getting some points and stuff in the college game.
Well, like
But
ESPN has been highlighting him the hell
yeah,
on like with his
yeah,
highlights on
uh-huh.
YouTube. Like anytime he makes a block, she's like, "Oh, Bronny James with the
Right.
fantastic block." They really hyping him up.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, they got it.
yeah, it's Bronny.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if they want us to say, but we might have some people going to the game that may or may not be sitting next to LeBron.
Yeah,
So
we'll see.
lucky bastards. Let's see here. Frankie said he will be the highest picked bench.
Probably.
Well, do you think he'll? I think he'll. I think they'll be forced to start him if he does go to LeBron's team.
Depends, yeah. I mean,
LeBron's
I
going to be
heard
like,
the
"No, you have to start him."
yeah, it wouldn't shock me, but I just wish we were more healthy, obviously, for the boys. But
Yeah.
even if we were healthy, you could tell
Even
we
when
would
we were
struggle.
healthy, we weren't doing
Yeah,
it.
you could tell we're struggling just because of the front court. We weren't that deep. We don't have, that one big guy
Yeah,
that's
we
gonna
don't
be
have the
very
size.
dependent. Yeah, so that's
We're
gonna
pretty small. Like
been our
Isaiah
issue.
is what,
So,
like is 6'4", 6'2"?
oh yeah, he's a guard. Yeah, so yeah, it's like 6'4", I'd say 6'2". Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, but let's see what else is going on out there. Let us know. Like we've actually been going on for quite some time. So
Yeah, yeah. I don't think anyone's really been popping questions. Uh,
yeah, nothing else. But yeah, if you guys got nothing else, appreciate everyone that showed up to the stream. I know it was kind of a last minute kind of thing that we posted, but yeah,
I appreciate it.
if you got nothing else, we're going to get out of here. All right,
Fight on.
guys, fight on.